Have you ever felt?
Are you listening?
Hello everyone, today we'll see how to create a really nice and easy effect that's called 3D pop out, something like that. So we'll see how to do it in this way, and also like this, that's coming from the ground. Alright, fantastic, so let's get to it. Okay, so open your Adobe Photoshop and just open the image that you will be using. So the first method we see how to create it, something like this. So I will just open this image in here, and I will just go to the crop tool, and I will try to make a space. So we just make it bigger like this, press enter. Now I will just duplicate it by pressing Ctrl G, and I will just hide this one in here that we will be using later. Now I will go and I will choose gradient, and I will change the gradient to a black and white in the preset, and I will just click on the black color in here, and I will push it down like so, and I will push down the white also, something like that. Press OK. Now I will change the scaling to 200%, and I will press OK. Now I will put it down as a background, call this PG. Now I will go to the marquee tool, and I will choose a rectangle marquee tool, and I will make a new layer, and I will just try to make it like a frame. So I will just put like the thing that it will be shown in the frame in here, something like that. So I will want to the hand, and the hand to be outside the frame, so I will just put it like this, and I will just right click, and I will choose stroke. I will put the width to 30 pixels. You can change that depending on the resolution of your image, and the color I will choose white, and the location inside, and I'll press OK. As you can see, this will make it looks like a frame. So I press Ctrl D to deselect. Now I will just press Ctrl T. This will enter to the transfer mode, and I will just right click, and I will choose perspective, and I will choose this angle in here, and I will just drag it down, something like that. And this one in here I will make it bigger like so. Okay, now I will just right click again, and I will choose scale, and I will push this down a little bit, and also this one in here like so. And I will go again, I will choose right click, and I will choose perspective. I will make it smaller like so. Alright, something like that. Okay, press enter. As you can see, this will give it like a 3D frame. Now I will make it under this one in here, and I will go to the magic wand tool, and I will just one click outside the border, and it will make a selection of it, and I will press Shift Ctrl I to reverse the selection, and I will go to our layer in here, and I will just one click to the layer side icon, and this will make it like in the shape of the frame. Now I will go back to the frame, and I will just Ctrl one click, and this will load the strokes, and I will go to the layer side in here, and I will just delete to make the white stroke appears like so. Press Ctrl D to deselect. Now I will just go to our first file in here that we just created, and I will just duplicate it by pressing Ctrl G, and I will press Ctrl E L to bring out the level adjustment, and I will make it darker a little bit, okay, like that. This will make allow us to make a selection easily. So we'll go to the quick selection tool, and I will just try to make a selection of just the hand. So just quickly, as you can see, because like we darken it, it will make the details appear more. Okay, just like this. And by pressing Alt, we can make the selection to minus, so we can deselect the area that we don't want, something like that. Now I will go to the other hand in here and I will try to make a selection to it, something like this. Alright, looks cool. Now I will just delete this one that we just darken it. So drag it and I will delete it, and I will just one click to the layer mask in here, and this, as you can see, it will create a selection to it. Now we need like to bring more of the details of the hand, so I will go to the brush tool and I will just try like to make this appears a little bit, like this. Okay, delete a little bit in here. Okay, looks cool. In here too, we just bring back some of the details. Okay, like that. Alright, looks cool. Can just bring back, I think I will just bring back this all details in here. Okay, okay, it looks cool. Alright, now I will just put this both in here in a group by pressing Ctrl G, and I will go to and I will choose levels in here, and I will press this icon. This will create a clipping mask, and I will just try to make it darker, so bring out the colors like this, as you can see. Okay, it looks cool. Now we go to the crop tool again and we just, you know, delete the space that we don't use anymore. Okay, I will just try to make it like this. It's okay, you can see. Now the last thing we do, we make a shadow in here, so I will just right click, I will just double click to it, so I will bring the light side dialog, and I will choose drop shadow, and I will just uncheck global lights, and I will choose it. I will just replace it by myself like this. Alright, looks cool. Press OK. Now I will just right click to the FX icon in here, and I will choose create layer, and I will press OK. What this do, it just creates a drop shadow effect in a separate layer, so we can adjust that, adjust this as we want. So I will just press Ctrl T to bring the transform mode, and I will just make it like in a warp, and I will just make it, you know, look like a 3D like this, like that, and also in here something like so. And I will bring back a little bit like this in here too. Alright, it's okay. As you can see, this looks cool. So this is the first method. Now we see how to do that from the ground. So I will go back to my files and I will choose this Coke can in here, and I will just open it again, and it's basically the same methods, but I will, instead of making the marquee tool in here, we just make it in the ground. So just press Ctrl G, and again I will create a background by going to gradient, and I will change it to black and white in here, and I will just press OK, make it under. It's me, and check this to see. Now I will just go and I will choose 150 this time, and I will just adjust the blacks. Alright, looks cool, something like that. Press OK. Okay, now I'll create a new layer again, so we can draw the marquee tool in here. So I will just choose the area that I want to be hidden, or I want to be inside the frame, something like this, and right click and choose stroke, press OK, and as you can see, it's basically the same method. press Ctrl D. Now I'll press Ctrl T to make it the transform mode. Right click, choose perspective, and I will make it smaller like this and bigger in this area in here. Or just right click again and choose scale, make it this under, down, and this up, and again right click, perspective, small. Alright, something like that. Press OK. Now I will go to the magic wand tool again, and I will just one click in here. This will load the selection, and I will press Shift Ctrl I to reverse the selection, and I will make it under, and I will go to this first image in here, and I will choose to the layer side icon, one click. As you can see, this will make it inside the frame. Now I will go to our marquee selection in here, and I will choose one click to it by pressing Ctrl. This will load the selection of the white strokes like so, and I will make sure like the layer side, the layer mask file is selected, and I will just delete, so it will delete the white stroke in here. Now I will make the other image. I will make it darker a little bit, so I will just duplicate it by pressing Ctrl G, and I will press Ctrl L to load the level adjustment, and I will just darken it a little bit, so it will make it easy to select. Now I will go to the quick selection tool again, and I will just try to make a selection like this. Okay, it's enough. Let me adjust that a little bit more really quickly. As you can see, it's basically the same method. Now just try like to play with that. Okay, cool. Now I will just delete this one in here, and I will just go to the layer side and one click, and this will make it appear like so, as you can see. Now I will put the both of them in a group by pressing Ctrl G, and I will choose level, and I will try to make it darker like this. Alright, now we need like to create a clipping mask. We can just press Alt between, and as you can see, it will change. Just one click. This will just affect the coke. Now we need like to make a shadow, so we just double click to it. So we'll load the layer style dialog, and I will choose drop shadow, and this time I will just choose 900 for the 19 for the angle, and I will press OK. And again I will just create the layer by right click, and I will choose create layer style, press OK, and I will just Ctrl T to load the transform mode, and I will just right click and choose warp, and I will just try to make it look like 3D feel to it, something like that. Alright, press OK, as you can see, and you're done. So it's that easy. Just create this one in here and this one in here in a really quick way. So I hope this tutorial was a little bit helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, and have a nice day.